Therefore the fathers shall eat the sons in the midst of thee, and the sons shall eat their fathers, and I will execute judgments in thee, and the whole remnant of thee will I scatter unto all the winds. Isn't that what happened? All right. We're not in our land no more. All right. We're over here in America, this new Egypt. All right. In captivity. All right. Verse 11, the point. Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things, and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall mine eyes spare, neither will I have pity. All right. So these heathens, they're gonna pay for what they did to us here, and their blood is gonna be shed. All right. And the men, all right, are gonna do to these heathens what they did to us. Just like what Joshua did when he slew the 5 kings. He hung them on trees so everybody could see it and left them stinking, all right, and then buried them in the cave in those stones. All right, it's the same thing. All right. This is all right. This is Ezekiel chapter 6 and verse 6. In all your dwelling places, the cities shall be laid waste, and the high places shall be desolate, that your altars may be laid waste and made desolate, and your idols may be broken and cease, and your images may be cut down, and your works may be abolished, and the slain shall fall in the midst of you, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered through the countries. And they that escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captives. Won't we made captives? All right. Because I am broken with their whore's heart, which have departed from me, and with their eyes which go a-whoring after their idols, and they shall laud themselves for the evils which they have committed, and all their abominations. All right. So that's what's happening. All right. Isaiah. All right. So that's the point. All right. The point is, all right, during the ancient world, all right, during the time of Moses, all right, we know that the Most High gave him the 2 tables of stone, which are the commandments that we had to keep. All right. The law of Moses, all right, the dietary law, the law of animal sacrifice, the law, statutes, and commandments, and all of that, all right, we had to keep it. All right. We kept breaking it and we couldn't keep it. We kept going. We would start good and then we would go off and do the same thing. We kept going off. So the Most High punished us, and that's why the entire nation went into captivity. All right. So what he did was, all right, the Northern Kingdom, they were divorced because they went into idolatry. They were worshiping idols. All right. And then the Southern Kingdom went off. All right. So what he did was he said, I'm done with that. All right. It's something new that I'm going to do. All right. And that's why he sent his son, Yahushua, to die for the entire nation, because the nation of Israel needed a redeemer. All right. All right. So when you read, all right, we're going to get it. All right. That's why everything went how it went. You see? Because the law, Moses' law, we couldn't keep it. All right. We kept going off, kept going to captivity. The Most High would deliver us. The nation of Israel would go off again and again. It couldn't be kept. All right. So he sent his son to die. All right. He gave his life. He died. He rose. All right. And he shed his blood for the entire nation. All right. And he redeemed Israel, and he brought us back to the Father. That's why we don't keep it. All right. Because it's done. All right. And he said to hear and listen to his son. All right. Once Yahushua came, he died, he rose for the nation of Israel, the law and all of that. It was done. Nothing else needed to be done after that. All right. He came to bring the law to its final closure, to its final conclusion. All right. And it was done. And that's why he said the feast days, the appointed feasts, the Sabbaths, the new moons, the calling of assemblies, the law of animal sacrifice, all of that is wiped out, is done. All right. Yahushua came, he died, he rose, and it was done. All right. You see that? And once he did that, that started the new covenant. Because who are going to be under, or what is the new covenant about? Yahushua, he died, he rose. You see? So that started the new covenant. And when it says that he shall write his laws in our inward parts, all of the ones that repented in the ancient world, that repented when he was on the earth, all right, majority of Israel rejected him. A small remnant portion received him, repented. We all died. We all went to sleep. Fast forward over here to America. Some of us woke up, some of us weren't. All right. The ones of us that was woke up, all right, were woke to everlasting life. And everybody else, the ones that was scoffing, laughing, talking shit, rejected him, handed him over, those are the ones that didn't get woke. Those are the ones that don't believe, and they've been woke to shame and everlasting contempt. All right. So that's the point. All right. The law of Moses and all of that, you can't keep it. All right. And you could keep it. I mean, it can't be kept. All right. How are we supposed to? And this is for you Pharisees, all of y'all that's out here. All right. How are we supposed to keep the law when, for one, the law of animal sacrifice is done? The feast days and the new moons, the Sabbaths and all of that, he said it's iniquity. He done with that. All right. That's a lot. All right. All of that, he said he's done with that. All right. He don't want that no more. That's why he sent his son. All right. He sent his son. all right, to be our head, to be over us. He sent Yahushua. He came, he died, he rose, and it was done. All right. It's either you believed or you don't. All right. The ones that repented, believed, or you didn't. All right. There's no in between. It's either yes or no. All right. You see? So the feast days, the law of animal sacrifice, the feast days and all that, he said he's done with that. All right. The law, all that is done. All right. That's why right now we're currently living in the time of judgment. That's why all these people are getting put to death. All these prophecies coming to pass. All this stuff is going on. It's because we're at the end and it's the time of judgment. That's why everything is how it is. All right. But you Pharisees and you false prophets and all of y'all that's scoffing, that's laughing, that don't believe and all this and that, you're idiots. All right. You stupid. All right. But you don't get it. All right. You don't get it. All right. And ultimately, he's not dealing with you. All right. Because you still want to hang on and you still want to be a part of that. You still want to follow the law, all this. All right. When he's done with that. All right. He don't speak to us directly. All right. He talks to us through his son. All right. We go to the son. That's how it works. All right. Yahushua is the new mediator. All right. Just how Moses was the mediator, the leader of the old covenant over the children of Israel. All of that is done. Yahushua is now the new mediator. All right. He is the head. And that's why the Father said, "This is my beloved son. Hear him." All right. Psalms chapter 2. He said what? Kiss the son, lest he be angry when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. You see that? Lest they perish, you see? So the old covenant and all that is done. All right? And he said to keep the commandments, to love, to fear, love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy strength, to love thy neighbor as thyself. All right? To honor thy father and thy mother. You see? That's what he said. All right? Not the law of Moses. That's what he said. All right? That's what he said. You see? So I hope this was edifying. All right? All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right? Shalom.